What's up, guys? It's Will from TekBeatTV bringing to you a review. This is of the Wacom Intuos4 Bluetooth wireless pen tablet. For this video, what I'll do is I'll go over various features and accessories that comes with the original product, and then I'll kind of dive right into a sample vid where I'll be using it in Photoshop and let you know how it performs. And then in the end, I'll provide a short summary, kind of my overall thoughts on any downsides of the product. Why don't we start and dive right in? Alright guys, this is the review portion of the Wacom Intuos4 Bluetooth pen tablet. This is a wireless pen tablet from Wacom. It does incorporate a few things, provided accessories. You do get about a 3-meter micro USB to USB cord, so you can use this to charge, as well as if you don't have access to Bluetooth capability and you want to use this pen tablet as a wired device, you can with this given cord. It does come with the standard grip pen. And as you can see, this is the pen stand, but the cool aspect about this is if you unscrew it, it stores your standard nibs, flex nibs, etc., right? As well as you can see that ring, this is the nib removal tool. So nice way to kind of keep things out of sight, but easily accessible in order to replace. Let's go into the actual pen tablet itself. You do get about 8 inches by 5 inches of active area, so I'll give you about 40 square inches of active area to draw on, whether it be in Illustrator, Photoshop, etc. You can make various adjustments. It does have 2048 pressure sensitivity levels, so any slight movement or slight increase in pressure by your hand will be registered by Photoshop. We'll dive right in a screenshot or a screen flow of that in a little bit. But let's go over the other aspects. It does come with 8 programmable keys. They do have LED labels across each side that you can pre-program or pre-label into whatever you want. It does come with standard pre-programmed values. It does have this scroll wheel as well as a middle scroll button that adjusts the various options for how this scroll wheel can perform, whether it be for zooming, for adjusting your brush size, etc. Right? Here you'll have your display for connectivity and battery life. So it'll basically display whether it's on, off, and if its Bluetooth is active, connected. Along the side, you'll see right here is the on-off. You'll have the on-off switch right here, the micro USB port connection, as well as your Bluetooth connectivity button right there. The battery is readily removable and accessible. It's right through this door right here. You just kind of move it, unlatch it, and then there's the battery component there. In order to get replacements, if you do run into any issues, you can via Wacom's website. Connections was relatively easy with this device. I was able to connect to my 27-inch iMac relatively easily. I have other devices that are connected via Bluetooth. No interference, no anything like that. I didn't get any skips or inaccuracies when using Photoshop or anything like that. So the connectivity was great. It says it's up to about 33 feet. I lost some accuracy as well as some skipping at around 20 to 25 feet. It just really honestly depends on what obstacles are in the way or if you have walls, etc. like that. I actually was able to use it in my living room and draw actually on my television relatively easily, and an awesome screen size. It was pretty good. But other than that, no real issues with the connectivity. Let's dive right into the next segment and kind of show you how it performs inside applications. I'll use Photoshop as an example. Alright guys, this is the kind of sample or testing portion of the Intuos4 Bluetooth wireless pen tablet review. I actually have the tablet itself right here. It's fully connected. It's on right now. I've got the standard hotkey setup, display toggle, movement of both the screen, etc., right, and zoom in if possible. I use it on fill right now, but you can switch it, as you can see, to auto scroll and zoom, where I can just kind of zoom real far in, down to the various pixels, or zoom out, right? But I normally can change it to brush size. If I need to, I'm just going to go select the brush tool. And what you can do is you can draw various lines based on the color template. So I'm going to go to maybe a yellow. So see, this is just as you go darker, or you press a little bit harder, you can get a very faint line for sketching or any kind of detail, or as you press harder, it gets that deeper deeper markings on the actual Photoshop pad. As you can see, it's really accurate. This is completely wireless. I do have a ton, absolute ton of wireless equipment in my room, and it's still performing without any types of issues, right? So, you know, you can sketch out whatever you want. I'm just drawing a general shape, you know, LA. But you can do anything you really want and adjust it. Let's say brush size, we're going to increase it a little bit bigger. You can do, see, or it's a little bit wider, kind of like that neon look, but you can write pretty much whatever you want. Great accuracy. The 2048 levels of precision really allow you that the faint markings, or to really adjust that pressure that you're putting on it to create various effects, shadows, whatever you really need. So there you have it, guys. That is the kind of sample or test portion of the tablet, kind of showing you how it works via the screen, as well as what you see on the actual display when using the tablet. And now let's go on to the final section, my thoughts on the product itself. Alright guys, kind of going over the overall summary of what I thought about the product after the weeks of testing that I went through with using this, tested the various pen grips. I actually went out and picked up the added professional accessory kit where you can get the expanded pen grip, where it can either have the cutout for the button or not, or have the wider grip. I got a bunch of replacement nibs. That kind of leads me to the first issue that I kind of had with the 10 tablet. It's the nibs that were provided. Depending on how heavy-handed you are, you do go through nibs faster than I would think, right? I do tend to write or press down a lot harder than I probably should, so maybe that could lead into it, but the nibs did wear out a little bit faster than I would have liked. The other issue that I did have with this particular 10 tablet is really just a nitpick. Has nothing to do with performance. It's this gloss edge, right? You can use this ambidextrously, right, where you can either have it on the right side or on the left. The issue is they gloss this section of the pen tablet where the user would interact most with pressing the various hotkeys, using the scroll wheel, etc., right? Fingerprints were magnetized to this section of high gloss, right? I really wish, honestly, that they just made it the same kind of dull matte finish on the entirety, instead of having this gloss finish, because it really got annoying. I'm the type of person, I don't like seeing the fingerprints and everything like that, so I had to wipe it down a few times every time I use it. So really a minor nitpick, but the nibs issue was the only real big issue I had with the device. If you guys are worried about connectivity with the Bluetooth or any type of skipping, you won't find that unless you're really far away from the source device that you're connecting it to. I found no issues whatsoever, even amidst a bunch of other products that were connected via Bluetooth. No issues whatsoever. Battery life, stated versus what actual, not, I mean, I never actually got to the full specified number of hours that you can use this. I believe it's 18 hours. You can just double check. I'll have the link in the description, but I believe it was an 18-hour specified battery life. I got closer to, with usage, with my normal everyday usage, I got anywhere between 8 to 10 hours instead. That's from shutting it off, turning it on, etc., etc. What you will want to notice is make sure that if you do not intend to use this for longer periods of time, to remember to shut it off. I have heard reports that if you leave this running, it does go into a self-shut-off mode, but as it drains, if it's left on constantly, it will drain your battery past its safe zone, and what it'll render your battery essentially useless, and you'll have to get a replacement battery. So be careful with that. When you use this, just be careful with it. Shut it off whenever you're not using it, and you're good. You should be good to go. Other than that, fantastic product. I personally love using this now. I use this for all my Photoshop work now, any of the design work that I do. Even general day-to-day tasks, I find this a little bit more comfortable and ergonomic to use this versus my mouse. But there you have it, guys. That's my review of the Wacom Intuos4 Bluetooth wireless pen tablet. If you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, please subscribe and I'll catch you guys real soon with another product review. Peace. You heard it. And now the case has been installed. So as you can see, alignment is really good. No issues whatsoever. You can fully press the